What is up, YouTube? We're here again. We're going to be doing a wire tuck on the car. So this is going to be a complete wire tuck, and we are not going to cut or solder any wires. We do have to extend the battery wire because we're going to put the battery in the trunk. So we will be extending that wire. That'll be the only wire that we're actually extending. The rest of the wires, we should be able to do the tuck without cutting anything, soldering anything, and just drilling a couple holes. So we'll drill a couple holes, we'll get the wires pulled out. What we're going to do is we'll start over here. All this is going to disappear. Everything in here is going to disappear that comes around all this headlight wiring harness, the harness going through the front. We're going to tuck all that and get it out of the way. And same on the other side. Okay guys, so for on this side, I've already removed the battery and the battery tray. I've already loosened up the fuse box. The fuse box is going inside the car. Show you where that's going to go. We are taking out all the wiring down through here to the headlights and stuff. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to cut a little hole right here. We drill a hole here, and we can bring everything out this hole and into this hole. We just slice this a little slice here and bring everything in for the headlights. And we are going to, down under here, we're going to drill us a probably 1 3/4 inch. I think I got a 2-inch bit, so we're going to drill a 2-inch hole right there so we can feed all our wiring in, and that way everything will be completely hid when we throw this motor back in. So I am going to go ahead and get some of the wires pulled out of here and show you what we need to do to get to them. And we're even going to tuck this wire here going to the washer motor, or sorry, washer motor. We're actually going to be tucking this wire here, which goes to the wiper motors. So we have to take off this valance so we can get to it, unplug it, pull it through. We even have to take the brake booster out to get it out. So it's a little bit of work over here to get this all done and actually done, and so you don't see no wiring. I don't want to see any wiring in the engine compartment. So we have the engine out, we're able to get to everything, so we're going to go ahead and tuck it all, and then we're actually probably going to, more than likely, we're going to be tucking all the brake lines. So we're going to get those gone out of here too. As much as we can get out of here, we're going to get out of here, and then once we get it all out of here, then we can move our fuel pressure, not our fuel pressure, sorry. Once we get all this out of here, we can move our fuel filter and get it down, you know, where it looks decent, down under everything, kind of get it down out of the way. But other than that, everything else is going to kind of stay the same. Once we get the wiring out of here, we will get some degreaser. We're going to spray this all down, clean it up really, really, really good. Because once we get the brake booster out, we're going to take the lines out. And then it's only a couple things I'm going to take off the back here. And then I'm probably going to paint. I think I'm going to paint everything, guys. So we're going to get it all painted and done and put all back together before we get this engine put back in here. Because it's really nasty. I don't like it. It's scratched up everywhere, really, really bad. Well, as you can tell, all the paint's gone off of here. So we could wash this up. We could tape it off and paint the top of that and at least get it covered up to make it look better. I'm just trying to straighten everything up and make the car look decent, because when we get it done, we are going to go to some car shows. We are going to show the car so you guys can come see it. So I really want it to look decent. I don't want it, you know, nasty and greasy and nasty the way it is now. So I'm kind of glad that we had the engine problems that we had, and we had to pull the motor out. So now I can fix all this stuff the way I want. And regards of the engine problems, we actually ended up, we're still having low oil pressure issues. So we ended up went and bought a brand new Eagle 4043 crank. So we got a brand new crank for the engine. we're getting ready to get it installed. It's just as soon as it gets here, we're ready to install it. The motor's ready. So we're gonna get the wires tucked. We'll even get, I even got a boost gauge. We'll even probably get the boost gauge in and see if we can't get all this wire tucked and done before our parts come for the engine, so we can get the engine back in here, because it won't take us a day to get the engine put back together, put back in here, because we hoping that's what the problem is. Everything else on the car has been changed. We had a couple bad tolerances on the crankshaft, so we're going to put up a new crank in it just to eliminate that as a problem. So, and I'm hoping that is the problem, because we have changed everything, single thing in the car that the oil has touched. Lifters, everything are good. You know, we've checked everything. I mean, this is my first engine build, guys. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, oh, I'm a professional. No, this is my first engine build. So, especially on a B series. So stick with me here, guys. We will get this engine correct and we will get it right. Everything is working in the engine except we have low oil pressure at idle. As soon as you hit the gas, we have oil pressure. So it leads to me that we had some bad rod bearings and clearances, and ended up that's exactly what it was. There was 2 rod journals that had bad clearances. So we're hoping that that's the problem and we can get it fixed. So let's move on. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to get this all torn apart and get it show you how to do this, because this connector here, guys, this connector here is on the other end of the engine loom that goes all the way across and goes in the other side. So we have to take this apart. We have to get all that stuff on the inside of the car. So like I said, I'm going to start right here, and to get this out, guys, you have to flip this over, take this off, and unplug all the connectors in here to get this wire out of here. So we can take this box and shove it on the inside. So we got a little bit of work here to do. Just stick with me here, and I'll get some of this taken apart and ready to go in the car. And I'll show you, and that, or we'll just go ahead and get this taken apart. And I'll put you on time lapse where you guys can watch and see what I'm doing over here. So it's no big deal. Stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, we're back. Okay, I got the fuse box out, unplugged everything, and I took all the electrical tape off and the wire casing. So we unplug everything, and a lot of people have to take the heater box out in there. You actually do not have to take, I repeat, you do not have to take that out. If you take all these wires loose like so, and you take these here and you put them over, we'll take the long ones first. I've already got one in there, actually. I can say this one here. We'll see if we can't get this in here, because this one here goes to the headlights. So we'll try a skinnier one real quick. Try to get some of the wire out of here. It's a pain in the butt, but you can do it. Gotta get it past. There's that insulation stuff there. That's kind of what holds you up from getting it in there. And then once you push it in there, you should be able to reach back in there, get your finger on the plug, and you shove it down and to the left. And as you see, guys, see that feeding right in? That's going right inside the car. So now, the next hardest one, this is going to be the hardest one to get through, the light plug, because it's so daggone big. All right, so I'll get these in, and then I'll show you that they all go in there. And then these ones here go to the ECU. So you got to unplug the ECU, and you had to take the 2 10mm nuts off, one on each side for this plug to come off. You unplug the ECU, you pull these out and get them out here out of the way. Then once these go in, your box is inside. Everything's pretty much off of this side except for moving the actual headlights here, which we'll feed these, we'll route these. And like I said, we drill a hole here, And this goes in here and comes out here, so you can plug them together, tape them up, and put them in. So this one here goes in here when we drill a hole. It'll go down this rail. It'll come out this hole here. And then our other plug that we're sticking in the hole now will come out the side of this here. And we'll go into here and they'll plug in, we'll tape them up and we'll shove them in and we'll be all done here on this side. So stay tuned, guys, and I'll show you what this is going to look like as soon as I get these in here. And I'll show you that, you know, I didn't take off the box. I didn't even take the glove box out. The glove box is still in the car. I mean, if you can see, guys, I mean, I haven't even taken the glove box out. And let me see here. Here, if you can see in my hand, it's kind of dark. Here is one of the plugs already from out there. I've already got it in. So like I said, you just pop those in and push. Oh, if I don't fall down. You push them down. You just get them in there. You push down and to the left and down. And it'll go around the heater box. Then you can pull them out and you're good to go. Plug your fuse box back in. And then the one plug comes out over here for the turn signals and headlights. And then this is all done here. This will come out, goes over here. It'll go through the hole that we're drilling here. So all that'll drop down in there and disappear. We take the ground wire off of here. This is gone. This will go with all of this. This will go to the fuse block. And everything should fit. When you get it in the hole, everything should fit right to the fuse block. Everything should fit. You shouldn't have to cut nothing. The only reason why I have to cut something in mine is because I'm moving the battery to the trunk. So if you don't do that, then you're fine. If you put it up here, you'll have to add, if you put it up here on the bumper, you have to add a little wire to get to the bumper. Either way, you have to fix the battery. So stay tuned, guys. We'll get that in there and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, guys, it's been a few days since we started this wire tuck, and I'll show you the reason why it's taken me a little longer to do the wire tuck than it should have. Because, you know, I just can't leave well enough alone. But we have the wire tuck done right now, as of now, and I want to show you a couple things that I've already done to the car that I didn't show. I didn't video record any of it, but we completely fixed the engine bay, redone a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of new parts here. We got a few things that we're going to be doing to the car before the crank gets here so we can get the engine back in it. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys what I got. So I hope you guys like it. We have repainted the engine bay. I've drilled a hole down there. I know it's not the right way, but that's the way I'm doing it. Did a wire tuck, tucked all the wiring. That's what we're finishing up here. Like I said, we went around the front here, down and around, and everything is out through the side on the driver's side. So I'll let you go see what the inside of the car looks like, guys. Hopefully I don't have very much of a light. I hope you guys can kind of see in here. The fuse box is right here. The computer is back up in the area that it needs to be. I just got a few wires I need to clean up and put away. These are our gauge wires. I got to get them wired, and then I'll put them all up, tape them up, put them up. But everything is done. And we did not have to take the glove box out or the blower motor or nothing. We pulled it all out through there. So we got all that done. And then, like I said, I have repainted the engine bay. It's actually a Merlot. It's not the same color as the car, so it's a little darker than the car. We've got everything reinstalled. We repainted our engine mounts, and actually we polished the old mounts. So I got those all polished. Can you see my reflection in them there? So we got all the new the old Hasport mounts that were with this car when we bought it. We polished them all up, and I polished all the charge piping. So it's no more bare aluminum. We polished all the charge piping. And you've probably already seen it, but I made diamond plate covers for all the holes, and we pop riveted them all on. All the extra holes that we do not need in the car are covered. So as of now, everything is done. Driver's side wiring is all hooked up, everything. I don't think I showed you guys it, but it all comes out here. I just got to fix the rubber from where it comes out. And if you look up in here, unfortunately we had to bend it a little bit and bend the piece back in there so that the windshield motor plug would go through and reconnect. So it's not here anymore, it's going through here into here now. Like I said, you might not be able to see much in here because I don't have a light with me, which is my fault. But all the wiring is done. It's all put up. There's no wiring laying down here. It's all nice and neat. The only wires that are actually laying down there, like I said, are my gauge wires because I got to run them and fix that. But other than that, guys, the car is done. It's sitting forward here like this so because we actually have, for another video, but we have a complete rear disc brake swap for the car. So we're going to be doing that. And the reason why I'm doing the brake swap, and if you guys have noticed, there's no booster, there's nothing here yet, and there's a reason for that. I got parts here for that. We're actually doing a brake booster delete and a line tuck going to the front end and getting rid of everything on the firewall, trying to get rid of much as we can and to make it look nicer. So guys, if you like this video, if it helped you guys do a wire tuck on your car, please like, subscribe, share. It helps my channel grow, and we got a bunch of videos coming for you. We got brake booster video. We have our line tuck videos coming, rear disc swap video. We got quite a bit of videos coming up for this car. And I think, what is today? The 19th, maybe the 20th. I think it's the 19th. So we'll be getting that in about a week and a half, getting the crank. So we're trying to get the car buttoned up to where it is ready to accept the motor and the transmission, and we can fire this thing up. So we got, if you notice, we got a fender still to put on. We got headlights to put in, but the headlights have been sanded, ready, prepped. It is too cold here in Ohio still to clear coat them. And if you've noticed, we got our hood ready over here, but it's too cold in Ohio to paint it. So we are running behind on being able to paint the hood and clear coating our headlights to having the car complete. All right, and we got our battery box. We got our battery mounting bracket on the way, guys. So I'm as far as with the wiring as I can go. So like I said, here's our power wire and our, let me get out the way of the light here if you guys can see. I got the power wire, and then this thin gauge wire here is actually our fuel pump wire. So we'll get them all cut down and put on once we get the battery here. Once I get the battery bracket and mount it in here, then we're going to put our yellow top Optima battery in here. We're going to do away with the factory small battery. We're going to put a good Optima battery in here so we don't have no problems with batteries or anything like that. So, and the rear disc swap that we are getting ready to do is going to be with the Scarebird bracket, slotted cross drill rotors, brand new calipers, everything's new. Extreme performance ceramic stop brakes. We upgraded everything, and we didn't show you, but we have already upgraded the front brakes. So the front brakes are already upgraded. We're going to go ahead and upgrade the rear brakes, and then we're going to get with all the rest of the stuff in the engine bay, and we should be very shortly bleeding brakes and having brakes on the car, and this thing should be very close to being done. So stick with us, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for subscribing. Have a great day.